Hi, everyone, and welcome to Featured Gem Fridays. I'm your host, Karina from Karina Osborne Reiki Practitioner. Today, I get the opportunity to sit down with Hayley Verrall, a 22-year-old singer-songwriter who just recently won in March International Female Artist of the Year, Female Entertainer, and Horizon Singer-Songwriter Award for Like You Mean It. By North American Country Music Association, International in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, as well 2018 Artist Person Award in her hometown of Burlington, Ontario. Welcome, Hayley, and congratulations, and yay for the home team. Go Canada. So welcome, Hayley.
Thank you very much, Karina. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you today?
I'm great. It's a great Sunday.
Yes. And you just had a birthday, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is a long list of some pretty amazing accomplishments for such a young woman. So congratulations on those.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. And I know that it didn't start there, of course, that it took a lot of hard work, and it was definitely probably a journey to get there. Could you please let us know about the journey that brought you to where you are today?
I would love to. So when I was very young, my father was actually part of a barbershop shoppers group, which is really cool. So he'd always be singing in the truck when I was younger, and I kind of fell in love with all these barbershopper things. And I was always learning harmonies because my dad would always change pitches, learn harmonies. So I'd always be singing a whole bunch of tunes like God Bless the USA, like all these kind of tunes in the truck because he loved barbershoppers. And that's where I really got into music. And I actually started with the piano first, with the piano teacher I would actually go to the church and learn piano.
Ooh.
And then I started to realize that I really enjoyed singing as well. So I became part of the choir. And I was one of the youngest members of the choir. I don't exactly remember the age, but I think maybe it was 7 or 8. And I was always in the soprano group. I always really enjoyed it. And then as life went on, I just found a love for country music because my parents were always taking me to these festivals. I always loved the storytelling of it. And I didn't start writing my own tunes until I got maybe later in high school. And that's where I felt that I needed to write tunes about my inspirations and about my experiences in life. As I was bullied a lot when I was younger, I used to actually be wanting to be a veterinarian before I was ever a musician. But that didn't work out. I had people that I thought were my mentors or my teachers that didn't believe in that because of the way I took math and science. So they told me I needed to find something else. And I was already in love with music, so I always went to music class, and I loved the music teacher there. So it was really cool that I was able to find a love for music as well. It sucks that I couldn't be a veterinarian, but music came out this way, and I'm glad it happened, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
I love it. My theme last week was all about getting what we need, not necessarily getting what we want. And I think that fits so well with that theme because if you would have gotten what you want, I'm sure you would have excelled at being a veterinarian. But what an amazing experience you've been having as a singer-songwriter, really getting to follow your dream and inspire others. So why don't you tell us what it's like to follow your dream?
It's really cool to be able to follow my dream and be able to say, hey, I'm able to make people smile. I'm able to tell people my experiences and able to relate with them. And it's really cool doing it in a way that I know I love and doing it through singing and music because music powers the soul. Music changes the way people behave. People really work well. And I actually have a project called Singing for Smiles where I go to different retirement homes and I sing old country classics. And being able to see the smiles on their faces and have them sing along, some of them tear up and cry, is something that's so amazing that I'm able to follow my dream of being a singer and being a songwriter and going to these different places and inspiring others through my music.
Yeah, I've heard some of your lives. I haven't been able to make it out to a show yet, but you do have a very similar voice, as your bio says, to Patsy Cline. So I really can, I'm sure that the people in the retirement home really just kind of, it brings them back to this nostalgic feeling. And what an amazing thing to be doing, to be giving back to your local community. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Can you let us know a little bit about your journey into winning these awards? What kind of hard work it took for you to get there?
Well, for these awards, the singer-songwriter, the artist of the year, and the entertainer of the year, it was really cool is that we found a competition online on Facebook. We were checking through Facebook, looking at, and then all of a sudden we come across this competition. And I'm like, you know what, why don't I go for more competitions? When I was younger, I used to do these competitions. I would not necessarily win, which winning wasn't the whole thing, but it was just the exposure, the experience.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I've gotten better as an artist. Why don't I go and try? Because I saw the experience would be going to Nashville, going to Pigeon Forge and singing in front of a bunch of people that are in the industry. And what's a better place than Nashville for country music, which is really cool. So I went to the first part of it, made it through the Hamilton portion. There wasn't a lot of people that went to the Hamilton portion, but then there was just so many people that went through to the next one in Windsor, in Chatham. And it was really cool experience being in the 20 to 49 age group, being the top person in there, which is really cool. So I was able to go to Nashville and Pigeon Forge, which was really cool. When I got to Nashville, I actually was doing my recording for my song, which we'll talk about later. I was able to do the recording for that, and also then go down to Pigeon Forge. It was only about 2 hours away from Nashville, and sing in front of a whole bunch of judges, a whole bunch of mentors, people in the industry. It was a really cool experience, and being able to hear other artists and get inspired to write more. It was really cool, and that was part of the journey. It was a long drive. We didn't want to take the airplane. Because the law, but now on July 15th, the law states that now we can take our instruments on us.
Oh,
on
nice.
The plane. But before then, we couldn't. So we were like, we don't trust the airplane right now. So we're going to drive that 12 hours, the 13 hours down to Nashville. It was a long journey.
Yeah.
We only had one windshield wiper fly off on the road, and that was all it. But it was a long journey, but well worth it. And getting the experience and meeting the people and saying, hey, you know what? I went down to Nashville and I was able to win awards and make my hometown proud.
Yeah, that's amazing and so inspiring. I feel a lot of times in society today, we're told like what not to do, and it creates so much fear in our lives. So to hear such a young woman like yourself really stepping out of that fear and driving 12 to 13 hours, I'm sure that was an experience all in itself, to follow that dream, step out of your fear, and to really, come from a place of courage and inspiration. That's the kind of thing that we need in this world right now. And, I'm so glad that I'm speaking to you and we can share that kind of message to whoever this, lands on their ears. So thank you for that. Can you kind of share a little bit about your songwriting experience? It's something that I would love to do, but my words just get jumbled in my head. So it's always really fascinating when someone makes a song, and maybe you can speak a little bit about Like You Mean It, the process of how that song came to be.
Awesome. Well, the way I songwrite, it's kind of weird. People say you should always write the lyrics first, but I do it opposite. I actually start with chords. I start with the melody. I'm trying to get into the groove, trying to feel the feeling. When I was younger, I used to write and I used to contradict myself, or my grammar wouldn't always be there. But as I got more experience and worked with actually collaborating with others and listening to more music, the more I grew into being able to write better. And you can always improve in writing, which I really like. So about 4 years ago, I actually had an EP called You Ain't Seen Trouble Yet. And I listened back to it today, and I'm like, this is so cringe. How could I write like that? How could I write like that? So it was really funny. And then you hear my songs today, and they're much more relatable, and they talk about experiences. Like my song "Like You Mean It" talks about woman empowerment and how, guys, you got to love us like you mean it. You got to respect us. And I was able to write that song. I was part of Canada's music incubator down in Toronto last year, and was actually working with a bunch of different artists. And I had a song already kind of in mind with that kind of tune, and they were able to help me just finish it up a bit and be able to be inspired to continue writing it. So it was really cool that I was able to do that.
That's amazing. And I love that you spoke to the way that you do songwriting. You know, a lot of people feel like there's a certain formula that they have to follow. And you're like, nope, I'm breaking the mold. I'm stepping out of it. I'm doing it my way. So you are such an inspiration. Seriously. It means a lot, and it's really refreshing. Within your journey, has there been any obstacles? I mean, other than someone telling you, I don't think veterinary school is going to be your thing. But with regards to songwriting or, you know, playing and stage fright, anything.
When I was younger, I know a lot of people get stage fright, and that's okay. You can struggle through that, and it's really cool that the more you do it, the more it gets easier. I never dealt with that myself because I always grew up singing. Always sung in front of crowds, which is amazing, and I love that idea, and being able to not be afraid on stage. But there's definitely been struggles with songwriting, like writer's block. There's always a struggle with that. And with me, I can't just sit down and write and say, oh, today I'm going to spend a whole day writing. It's got to come to my mind. And so I don't write songs like every day, but every once in a while. Sometimes I'll be listening to music. One day at 1 a.m. in the morning, I had an idea, so I had to run downstairs. And my mom was not the happiest. But then when I sung her the song, she was like, all right, you know what? I'm happy now. That's why you were up at 1 a.m.
Yep.
So it's really cool. But being able to fight the obstacles of writer's block is just listen to music. Listen to what you enjoy. Hear what's being played on the radio, or listen to artists that are inspiring you. And I say, don't copy them, but start writing a song using that melody and then change it. That's what I do. Because you're already listening to that melody. You already have it kind of stuck in your head. Why not try and create something different with it? It's just about being creative. And then that's really about it.
Wow, I love it. And I'm kind of glad that you get writer's block as well, because I definitely get writer's block when I'm coming up with content for, you know, my blog and all that. So it's nice to know that other people can have that as well. Let's talk about your debut. I'm really going to hand the reins over to you, because that's the whole point of Featured Gem, is that, like, you just to get to boast shamelessly about everything that's coming up for you, as you should. That's your right. So please tell us about your debut. I'm so excited about this.
Well, when I was down in Nashville for the North American Country Music International, I was actually recording my very first single that I am pushing to radio. And I'm also going to be releasing it July 12th at the Black Swan Pub and Grill. If anybody wants to come by, that'll be from 7 p.m. all the way up to late. We have so many artists that are coming. This is actually being hosted by Robert Mayer, who is hosting the Canadian Original Live Music Series, coinciding with my original release, which is really cool. So hopefully one day you guys will be able to hear it on the radio. And if you guys follow me on Facebook and all my social media, you'll keep updated on what stations it's going to be on. And this summer, following that, I'm hopefully going on a radio station tour across Ontario, which would be awesome.
That would be so much fun. Are you guys, like you and your crew, going to be driving across Canada, or will you be flying and stuff? We'll be
driving.
Yeah,
we'll be driving, because we're actually going camping the end of July to early August for a bluegrass festival. So I also enjoy bluegrass music.
Wow, really cool. That's so awesome. And it seems like you're really like you're not limiting yourself to the type of exposure that could be had. I mean, myself, I really enjoy country music. I really love bluegrass, and I think that's so essential that like just because someone might listen to R&B or rap or pop doesn't mean that they can't relate and listen to your
Exactly.
music and love it. So really great, good for you. And what an amazing journey that you'll have this summer. Like, I like to sometimes coin my summers the year that I'm in. So I'm 31, so it's summer 31. And it's just kind of like, what kind of fun can I get up to this summer? So, what a great experience you're going to have for summer 22.
Yes.
That's amazing. And just getting to share your message across Canada. How awesome.
Exactly.
Could you share with us just some of your social media handles where people can find you, and if you're on YouTube as well, where people can like and subscribe and share?
Yes. So my Facebook, my YouTube, my Instagram is all Hayley Verrall Music, which I'm sure Miss Karina is going to post about, which is awesome.
Yes.
So you have to get the spelling because I know Hayley, for some reason, is a hard name to spell because there's so many different ways you can spell it, which is
Hmm.
really cool. And I don't like the way I spell mine. Mine's different,
Yes, it
which is
is
really
different.
cool.
It's
So hopefully you
I
guys can
read.
follow me there. That'd be
Yes,
sick.
of course. I will be within this post. I will be dropping all of the social media handles as well. I will be putting in this comments some links to actual like live videos that you've done,
Oh,
so people
awesome.
can see how you perform and work really well. Like in just I one day my partner came home and I was watching you on my big screen actually because smart TVs, and he was like, "Wow, that she's really good. Like, is that a music video?" And I was like, "No, she's this is a live video that I'm just rewatching." So you know, um, finally, I would just really like to say, Hayley, unless there's anything else that you would like to share about your journey or where you are right now, thank you so, so much for this opportunity. You just shine so bright, like with your personality, and it really does show through your music how you're looking to inspire others.
Well, thank you. And I want to say to everybody that's watching that you got to follow your dreams. Sometimes there may be obstacles. Sometimes it might be hard, but you're going to have to go through those hard times to be successful. Things don't happen overnight. And some people think it does, but it doesn't. In reality, you got to work hard for what you want. So don't
Hmm.
think if it doesn't happen the next day that you're not going to ever be it. You just got to keep pushing and you got to keep working and you got to show others in the world why you want it so bad.
Hmm. What a great message. So true. Thank you so much, Hayley. If you would like to be a featured gem, please reach out. You can find me at Karina Osborne, Reiki Practitioner, both on Facebook and on Instagram, where you can message me or DM me about what it takes to be a featured gem. Again, thank you so much, Hayley, for joining me. You and your music are truly gems.
Thank you.